Have you ever had a system for productivity for getting things done that worked perfectly until it didn't? Then you switch to something else, a different system, and it works perfectly, but then after a while it doesn't, and then something else, and so on. And this cycle continues, and somewhere in there you decide that you're the problem, and the problem is that you don't have the discipline, or maybe you just can't find the right system, or these systems don't work for you, or whatever it is. If that's you, and it's like that for most ADHD people, I want to introduce you to the mother of all ADHD hacks. Now, I've been through this story so many times. I've had to get things done. I've used whiteboards. I've got a big whiteboard up there. I've used bullet journals. I've used the time block planner from Cal Newport, Notion, you name it. I've used all sorts of things, digital tools, physical tools, and so on. And I tend to use them for some weeks, some months, sometimes longer. And then something stops working, and I stop using them, and then I get confused, and it gets a mess, and I can't pick it up again, and all that sort of stuff. Until I realized, and I used to beat myself up over this each time, but until I realized that the switching is the hack. And here's what we tend to do is we tend to try to find the perfect system and then apply discipline to keep using it. But this just is not how our brains work. We need novelty. We need sort of this thing to keep us interested. It's just how our brains are. We lack dopamine. So in order to get dopamine, especially, we need some sort of novelty or uniqueness or urgency or natural interest or a challenge or competition. We need something that keeps us going. And if we keep using the same system for a long time, the novelty at least wears off. And so without something else, we can move on. So I want to give you a 3-part framework to help you choose the right hacks for your brain and know when to let them go and choose something else. So step one, or part one, start with the problem that your brain wants to solve. Don't start with the system. Start with the problem. Start with the thing that you need to do. Now, if you need to go and do laundry, go and do the laundry. If you need to work on your sales pipeline, that's what's important. If you need to work on your daily plan or whatever your brain is telling you need to do, work on that. And sometimes we tend to think, okay, I need to sit down and prioritize and decide what's important and then work on that and then build a productivity system to keep me focused on that. And that can be helpful, but and especially when you have something important to do, it can be helpful. But generally, our brains work on interest, and so we should start with what's interesting and go and do that, and then apply a productivity system or a task tracking system or whatever we need to do to solving the problem that we're naturally interested in. So don't fight your brain's priorities; use them. You then take that system and apply it to other things. Step 2 is pick the hack or the solution, the system that feels interesting to you right now. So focus on, you can choose this based on novelty or challenge or competition or gamifying it, whatever it is. Choose the thing that seems to make sense. Don't sit back and analyze all of the systems and try to come up with the perfect system that's going to last forever. Just do the thing that's going to work for you now. Be very practical. Now, if that's right now, I'm working with some voice memos, and I have a voice memo system. I record myself thinking about something, talking about it out loud, and I send it through AI to process it and come up with tasks and come up with a structure. And it really helps me. And I'm enjoying it partly because that system is interesting to me. And that solves a problem that I have, and the system's interesting to me. Now, whether I keep using this forever, I don't know. Hopefully I will, but we'll see how it goes. And the third thing that happens here is when it stops working, just change it without shame. Now, you can change the whole system, right? That does work. But if you can figure out that I'm losing interest in this system, it's losing its charm somehow. I'm fearful that I'm going to stop using it. You can add sparkle to the system. You could rename it. You could decorate it. You could change the format, go from digital to analog, but the same basic system. Whatever it is, you can do something that changes it enough to keep your brain interested, but enables you to keep the core. Now, the underlying thing here is that most of these systems have actually the same habits. The less you change the system, the more you can embed in your habits. And your habits are basically about capturing things to do, making some sort of plan, breaking tasks down and tracking them as you get them done, and doing a review. Those are the 4 habits that really matter for productivity. And every system is really designed to help you bed in these habits. And so what you want to do is focus on the habits, get the habits to work, and change the system when you need in order to help the habits bed in. And then you'll be able to use that habit, and you've got a day planning thing, but today it's a different system and you're using something different and it keeps you interested. And that's okay. So as a recap, Solve what feels urgent, what feels important to you or interesting to you right now. Use what feels interesting. Use the right tool that captures your interest. Drop what stops working and change it. This isn't flakiness. This is just working how your brain works. So what you can do today is pick one hack you used to love, one system that seems to work for you, but it's losing its shine, and remix it. Change the look, the format, the vibe. Make it feel new again today and see how it goes. Now, I've talked very much practically tactical about these hacks and so on. And we talked a little bit about the habits that really sort of underlie them. But this is in some ways a bit of a surface level thing. The real insight underneath this is that the system itself doesn't matter. You have the system, you have the habits underlying it, and then you have the actual work. Now, change the system as often as you need to be able to do the work, right? Build the habits that you can apply through any system. But here's the deeper solution. Look at the work you're doing. You look at the work you're using the system to help you do. Is this work the right work for you? Are you fitting the work that you're doing? Is there a good fit here? Is this using your strengths? Are you motivated to do the work? What I'm finding is that when I do things, if I'm trying to do something and all the systems, all the habits don't seem to stick and don't seem to work, it's probably because the thing I'm trying to do doesn't actually suit me. It doesn't sit with my strengths. It doesn't use my strengths. It uses too many of my weaknesses. And so I have a whole lot of underlying lack of fit and problem with this work. As I'm shifting my business more towards coaching and doing video and doing that kind of marketing, I'm getting excited about the work. Now, I'm also putting in place some new productivity systems because I have some different problems to solve, but I am finding myself deeply motivated by the work that I'm doing. And I'm having less trouble with the systems, whatever systems I'm using. As an example of that, I'm doing a talk to camera course right now, which is this video is part of. And because I'm interested in it, and because there is a system here, there's an email that comes out that says, here, do this, watch this video and do this exercise. But I'm also excited about it. And I'm excited about seeing my progress and I'm seeing my strengths. I don't have to put in place anything to remind myself to do the work every morning. I just do it because I'm excited. Hopefully this has been helpful for you. As always, take what works, leave the rest, and keep growing. Thanks for watching. Have a great day and focus well.